Namaste children, I am very happy to see you again in our science class. So today what we are going to see? Today we are going to see the heart's question in the bones and muscles lesson. Shall we move on? So before we take the class, we will have a short recall from the before class. Okay children? So can you answer these questions? Name the bones that protect the spinal cord. So what is the answer? Yes, the answer is vertebrae. The second question is, so what is this? This is the skeletal system, isn't it? What is the important function of skeletal system? Yes, skeletal system provides a shape and support to the body, and it also helps in other functions such as it is protecting the internal organs, producing the blood cells, etc. What is this children? This is a joint. What do you mean by joint? A place where two bones meet is called a joint. So the next one is, what are the types of muscles? Do you remember? Yes, the types of muscles are skeletal muscles, cardiac muscle and smooth muscles. Okay children, the next one is, what is this? Heart. What muscle it is made up of? It is made up of cardiac muscles. Very good children. So what's the use of cardiac muscle? It helps to pump the blood and beat the heart, isn't it? So heart is made up of cardiac muscle and it is helping the heart to beat and pump the blood. Okay children. So today's class we are going to see the heart's questions. Shall we move on children? What's the first question? Read with me. Why are riders of two-wheelers asked to wear a helmet while driving? So you might have seen many people riding the two-wheelers, isn't it children? So they have to have the helmet in their head, isn't it? Why? Because to protect our brain, isn't it? So the brain only is controlling all the other parts of our body. So it is important and necessary to protect the brain. So read this children. The brain controls the functioning of every other part of the body. Hence, it is necessary to protect it. Okay children. So what's the next point? See this. What is this? This is the helmet, right? Why the helmet is used for? What is happening? See the helmet, inside the helmet our head is present. So why it is there? In order to protect our brain, isn't it? You might ask me, why the skull is protecting the brain? Why should we wear helmet, isn't it? But you know children, skull is also a type of bone, isn't it? Even the skull can be damaged. So in order to protect the skull, we have to wear the helmet so that our brain, our skull, everything will be safe inside while we ride the two-wheelers. So what is the answer children? A helmet provides extra protection to the brain and keeps it safe during the accidents. Isn't it children? So the next question is, imagine that your heart was made of voluntary muscles. What would the result be? So you know about the voluntary muscles, isn't it? So these are the voluntary muscles, that is the muscles in our arms like triceps, biceps, in our neck region, in our legs and all. We have the skeletal muscles, that is voluntary muscles. We voluntarily move these muscles, isn't it? So they are called as voluntary muscles. Imagine if these voluntary muscles are there in the heart. So voluntary muscles are being controlled by our own willing. So we have to control those muscles, otherwise it won't move. So if the heart is made up of voluntary muscles, they have to pump, isn't it? So each and every minute we have to be conscious about our heart, whether it is working or not, whether it is pumping the blood, whether it is beating. We will be having that thought in our mind. So that is why God has gifted us with cardiac muscle, which is an involuntary muscle. It works on its own. So we are able to sleep, we are able to do our work. Whatever we want to do, we are able to do because already the heart is doing its work on its own. Not with our willingness, not with our own control. So what is the role of the heart? It needs to pump the blood to all parts of our body. So why it has to be pumped much? Because it needs to distribute the food that we eat. That is, the nutrients in our food should be carried to all parts of our body, and also it needs to distribute the oxygen to each and every cell of our body. So how does it go? Because the heart only, the blood takes the food and oxygen. So to take it, what has to be pumped? The blood has to be pumped by the heart. So it acts like a motor. How the motor is pulling up the water. So likewise it is working, it is pumping and it is distributing the blood to all parts of our body. So that food, oxygen, everything is distributed throughout our body. So the heart pumps the blood without stopping to all parts of the body to provide enough supply of food and oxygen. Can you understand this, children? So that is why if the heart was made of voluntary muscles, we would have to control our heart. That is, we will have to control our heartbeat throughout the day and night. Then there will be no time for us to sleep also, isn't it, children? So we would not even be able to sleep. So always we will think about our heart, whether it is doing its work or not, isn't it? Okay, children. By this we have completed today's class. So in our next class we will be seeing the life skills and values question, children. I hope you understood, and you have to complete your worksheet, children, and send it in your WhatsApp group. Thank you so much.